Have you ever felt trapped, like the world is working against you? As if your life is part of a grand design, but you're just a small piece of a puzzle you can't even see. What if I told you that everything you believe, every choice you make, might not truly be your own? That your thoughts and actions could be carefully orchestrated by forces beyond your comprehension? For centuries, whispers of hidden truths have been silenced, burned, buried, and erased from the collective memory. Ancient Gnostic texts, like the Nag Hammadi manuscripts, dared to speak of a sinister force, an invisible hand shaping reality. They called them the archons, entities who manipulate humanity from the shadows, weaving a false reality that keeps us blind and bound. These forces didn't just vanish into history. They evolved, embedding themselves in the very fabric of our modern world. The media we consume, the systems we follow, even the routines we repeat daily, they're all part of a game designed to keep us asleep, unaware of our true potential. Take a moment to think about your life. You wake up, check your phone, rush to work, scroll social media, and sleep, only to do it all over again. Does it feel like a routine? Or could it be a cage? A carefully constructed illusion meant to keep you from asking the bigger questions. Who built this system? And more importantly, why? But here's the twist: this isn't just speculation or wild conspiracy. The cracks in the illusion are there if you know where to look. Repeating patterns, odd coincidences, even scientific evidence from quantum mechanics point to a reality far stranger than we were taught to believe. And today we're going to explore those cracks, uncover the hidden forces controlling our lives, and reveal how you can take the first steps to break free. To understand the forces shaping our reality, we must start by looking back, far back, to a time when ancient Gnostic thinkers warned of sinister powers operating in the shadows. They spoke of the archons, entities that distort human perception and keep us tethered to a false reality. These beings, according to Gnostic teachings, constructed a kind of cosmic prison, a grand illusion designed to limit our awareness of who we truly are and what we're capable of achieving. But this wasn't a story that those in power wanted to spread. The Roman Church, which sought to consolidate control over both spiritual and earthly realms, labeled these teachings as heresy. They burned libraries filled with knowledge, silenced voices of dissent, and buried truths that threatened their authority. Yet, as history shows us time and time again, truth has a way of surviving. Fragments of these warnings persisted, preserved in the Nag Hammadi manuscripts, waiting for a time when humanity would be ready to rediscover them. Fast forward to today, and we see echoes of these ancient warnings in our modern world. The tools of control have evolved, becoming more sophisticated, more subtle. Instead of chains and prisons, they use ideas, routines, and systems to confine us. The media we consume, the education we receive, the financial systems we rely on, all of them work together to create an invisible cage. Take the media, for instance. What you see on your screens, whether it's news, entertainment, or advertisements, isn't random. It's curated, designed to influence your beliefs and behaviors. Certain stories are amplified to incite fear or division, while others are suppressed to maintain a particular narrative. Think about the last time you scrolled through your news feed or watched television. How many of those stories made you feel anxious, angry, or powerless? That's not an accident. Fear and division are powerful tools because they keep us distracted and dependent. Now consider education. From the moment we enter school, we're taught to follow rules, to memorize facts, and to stay within the boundaries set for us. Creativity, curiosity, and critical thinking often take a backseat to obedience. Why? Because a population that questions authority is harder to control. By the time we reach adulthood, many of us are so conditioned by this system that we no longer question it. We accept the routines and roles handed to us as if there were no alternatives. And then there's money. More than just a tool for exchange, money has become a leash. The pursuit of wealth keeps us working, consuming, and striving for a version of success defined by others. We take on debt to buy homes, cars, and gadgets we're told will make us happy, but in reality, they keep us tethered to jobs we may not even like. This cycle of earning and spending isn't just an economic system, it's a control mechanism. But perhaps the most insidious aspect of this control lies in our own minds. Over time, we've been led to believe that this material world is all there is, that our worth is tied to what we own, how much we earn, or how productive we are. This belief, this illusion, keeps us chasing external validation instead of looking inward for meaning and purpose. And here's the thing. This control isn't enforced with brute force. It doesn't have to be. Instead, it works through desire. It makes us want things, status, money, the newest phone, the bigger house. It creates problems we didn't know we had and sells us solutions we don't truly need. This manipulation is subtle but powerful, and it works because it taps into the very core of human psychology. But let me ask you this: who decides what you desire? Who benefits from your pursuit of more? These are the questions we must begin to ask if we are to break free. The truth is, these systems of control are designed to operate invisibly. The best prisons don't have bars, they don't need them. Instead, they rely on the inmates to police themselves, to believe that their chains are necessary, even desirable. And this is exactly how the modern systems of control work. Yet there's hope. Because once you see the bars of the cage, you can begin to find the keys to escape. Awareness is the first step. When you recognize how advertising manipulates your emotions, how fear shapes your choices, and how routines keep you locked in place, you start to take back your power. This isn't a new battle. The forces that once silenced Gnostic teachings with fire and fear now use algorithms and propaganda to achieve the same end. But just as the truth survived then, it exists now, waiting for those who are willing to see it. So as we move forward, ask yourself this: what parts of your life feel like they're truly your own? And what parts might be the result of a carefully constructed system designed to keep you compliant? In the next segment, we'll dive deeper into how this invisible prison manifests in your daily life. We'll explore the subtle ways control is woven into the fabric of your existence, and most importantly, how you can begin to break free. Imagine waking up every morning and going about your routine, checking your phone, rushing to work, scrolling social media, watching TV, and then going to bed. Day after day, the same cycle repeats. To most, this feels like life. But what if it's something far more sinister? What if this routine isn't just a product of habit, but a carefully constructed cage? A prison without walls, designed to keep you distracted and asleep. This prison isn't built of concrete or steel. It's built of thoughts, beliefs, and routines. It's invisible because it exists in the mind, and it's effective because we don't even know we're trapped. Think about your daily routine for a moment. What you do, how you think, and even how you feel often seem natural, almost automatic. But is it? Or could these patterns be the result of a system that was designed to keep you in line? Let's start with the most obvious part of the prison: technology. Your smartphone, for instance, is an incredible tool. It connects you to the world, gives you access to endless information, and provides entertainment at the touch of a button. But it also tracks your every move, predicts your desires, and feeds you content that keeps you hooked. Algorithms decide what you see, shaping your thoughts and emotions in ways you might not even notice. And it's not just your phone. Social media platforms are perhaps the most powerful tools of control ever created. They're designed to keep you scrolling, liking, and sharing, feeding off your attention, which is their most valuable commodity. But have you ever stopped to wonder why certain posts appear on your feed while others don't? It's not random. These platforms know what will keep you engaged, what will provoke a reaction, and what will keep you coming back. Now look around your physical environment. The design of cities, workplaces, and even your home contributes to this invisible prison. Cities are built to maximize efficiency and consumption. Workplaces are designed to extract the most productivity. Even your home, filled with gadgets and conveniences, reinforces patterns of behavior that keep you tethered to the system. But the prison goes deeper than technology and environment. It's in the very fabric of our beliefs and perceptions. Think about this. How many of the choices you make every day feel truly free? Are they your choices, or are they the result of years of conditioning by society, media, and education? Let me tell you a story. Patricia was an ordinary office worker who began noticing strange patterns in her life. Her coffee shop always had exactly 3 people in line. Her train was always 2 minutes late. Her coworkers said the same things every Monday. At first, these seemed like minor coincidences, but as she began to pay attention, she realized there was something deeper, a repetition, a script she was unknowingly following. Patricia's story is not unique. Most of us live in these invisible boxes, going through the motions without questioning the patterns. Our lives are so predictable that researchers have found nearly 90% of human decisions follow predictable patterns. We think we're making free choices, but in reality, we're running on autopilot, like characters in a video game, following pre-written scripts. But who wrote these scripts? Who decides what we think, feel, and desire? The answer is hidden in plain sight. The architects of this system aren't just the politicians or billionaires you see on the news. They're the ones shaping the flow of information, the structure of our societies, and the culture we consume. They've created a system so seamless, so pervasive, that most people never even notice it. And here's the most critical part. This prison isn't just about control. It's about energy. Your energy. Fear, anger, and desire are powerful emotions, and the system thrives on them. It feeds off your ignorance, your compliance, and your belief in its illusion. Every time you feel frustrated at work, anxious about the future, or envious of someone else's success, the system strengthens its grip on you. But there is a way out. The first step is awareness, seeing the prison for what it is. Start noticing the patterns in your life. Pay attention to the routines that feel forced, the beliefs you've never questioned, and the emotions that keep you stuck. Think about the last time you felt truly free. Was it when you were immersed in nature, lost in a creative pursuit, or deeply connected with someone? These moments are glimpses of life outside the cage, proof that freedom is possible if you're willing to step outside the script. The invisible prison is real, but it's not invincible. The walls are made of beliefs, not bricks. The chains are habits, not metal. And the key to escaping lies within you, your ability to question, to see, and to choose differently. In the next segment, we'll go deeper into the cracks in the system. We'll explore how to recognize the glitches, disrupt the scripts, and begin rewriting your own story. The prison only holds power as long as you believe it's unbreakable. And once you see the bars, you can start to dismantle them, one choice at a time. We've explored the invisible prison, the routines, beliefs, and systems that keep us confined. But now, let's look deeper at the evidence, tangible, observable signs that reveal the cracks in this carefully constructed reality. The system isn't perfect, and once you start paying attention, you'll notice its fingerprints everywhere. To uncover these cracks, we turn first to science, specifically quantum mechanics, the study of reality at its smallest scales. Quantum physics has revealed phenomena that challenge everything we know about the world. Take the famous double-slit experiment. When particles, like electrons, are fired at a barrier with 2 slits, they behave like waves, creating interference patterns. But when observed, these same particles behave like solid objects, passing through one slit or the other. The act of observation changes their behavior. What does this tell us? That reality itself is not as fixed or solid as it seems. It responds to our awareness, as though we're interacting with a program that only reveals its details when we're looking. And then there's quantum entanglement, what Einstein called spooky action at a distance. When 2 particles become entangled, their states remain linked no matter how far apart they are. Change one, and the other changes instantly. This breaks our understanding of cause and effect, space, and even time. Could this be evidence of a deeper, interconnected system, a simulation running behind the scenes? These scientific anomalies aren't isolated. They echo what many people experience in their daily lives: glitches in the system. Have you ever noticed repeating patterns or coincidences that seem too perfect to be chance? Numbers that appear over and over again, events that line up in ways that defy logic, or a sense of déjà vu that feels almost scripted? Let's talk about synchronicities, those moments where unrelated events align in ways that feel deeply meaningful. Maybe you think about an old friend and they call you out of the blue, or you see a sequence of numbers like 1111 appearing everywhere you look. These patterns may seem random, but what if they're not? What if they're evidence of a system responding to your consciousness, subtly guiding your attention? Now consider another phenomenon: glitches in physical reality. Stories abound of people witnessing objects appearing, disappearing, or behaving in ways that defy the laws of nature. Have you ever had an experience where time seemed to slow down or speed up? Where the world around you felt off, like a dream breaking apart at the seams? These moments, often dismissed as tricks of the mind, could be cracks in the illusion, signs that the system isn't as seamless as it appears. But the evidence isn't just theoretical or anecdotal. It's built into the very design of our modern lives. Think about algorithms, those invisible formulas that determine what we see, hear, and even think. Your social media feed, your search results, your shopping recommendations. All of them are curated by algorithms that predict your behavior with astonishing accuracy. In 2023, researchers found that nearly 90% of human decisions follow predictable patterns. We like to think we're in control, but these algorithms often know us better than we know ourselves. And it's not just algorithms. Surveillance technology has become so advanced that almost every action you take is monitored and recorded. Cameras watch your movements, data trackers monitor your purchases, and apps log your location. This data isn't just collected, it's used to shape the world around you, subtly influencing your decisions in ways you might never notice. But here's where it gets even more unsettling. The system doesn't just observe, it anticipates. Have you ever searched for something online, only to see ads for it moments later? Or mentioned a product in conversation and then seen it pop up on your phone? It's as if the system is one step ahead, adapting to your thoughts and desires in real time. These patterns aren't coincidences. They're evidence of a larger structure designed to monitor, predict, and influence every aspect of your life. It's a system so intricate and pervasive that most people never notice it. But why? Why go to such lengths to track, control, and manipulate? The answer lies in energy. The system thrives on your attention, your fear, your desires. Every moment you spend scrolling, consuming, or worrying is energy you give to the system. And the more unaware you are, the more control it has. Yet once you start noticing these patterns, you gain an incredible advantage. Awareness weakens the system's hold. By recognizing the signs, the glitches, the synchronicities, the subtle manipulations, you begin to reclaim your power. Let's recap. Scientific anomalies like quantum behavior suggest that reality is far stranger than we've been taught. Personal experiences of glitches and synchronicities hint at cracks in the illusion. And modern technologies, from algorithms to surveillance, reveal a system designed to predict and influence our every move. This is the evidence of the system, a web of control hidden in plain sight. In the next segment, we'll move from recognition to action. We'll explore how to break free from the scripts, disrupt the patterns, and begin rewriting your own reality. The system isn't unbreakable. Its greatest weakness is your awareness. And now, you're starting to see. By now, you've seen the bars of the invisible prison. You've glimpsed the patterns, the cracks in the system, and the forces working to control your life. But awareness is just the first step. The real question is, how do you break free? The first thing to understand is that freedom doesn't come from rebellion. It comes from awareness and deliberate action. The system isn't designed to be overthrown. It's too deeply embedded in the way we live, think, and interact. But here's the secret. You don't need to destroy the system to escape it. Instead, you can learn to step outside of its influence. It begins with your mind. Think about your thoughts as the software running on your personal operating system. Much of that software wasn't written by you. It was installed by society, education, media, and years of conditioning. These programs tell you what to value, what to fear, and what to desire. To break free, you need to rewrite your code. Start by questioning your beliefs. Ask yourself, why do I believe this? Where did this idea come from? Is it serving me, or is it keeping me trapped? This simple act of questioning can shatter the illusion of inevitability that the system relies on. Next, examine your routines. Are they truly yours, or are they habits you've fallen into? Think about how you spend your mornings, your evenings, your free time. Small changes can disrupt the scripts that keep you stuck. Try something unexpected, take a different route to work, start your day with silence instead of your phone, or spend an hour doing something you've never done before. These small acts of chaos create cracks in the program. But breaking free isn't just about disrupting the external. It's about reclaiming your internal world. One of the most powerful tools you have is your attention. Whatever you focus on grows. If you focus on fear, problems, or distractions, the system thrives. But if you redirect your attention to gratitude, creativity, and possibility, you begin to take back your power. Meditation and mindfulness are key here. When you meditate, you step outside the constant stream of noise and regain control of your mind. You become aware of your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. This awareness allows you to see the difference between what's real and what's part of the illusion. Another step is to redefine success. The system teaches us that success is about money, status, and material possessions, but true freedom comes from rejecting this definition and choosing your own. What would your life look like if you valued experiences over possessions, relationships over status, and growth over productivity? Gratitude is another tool that weakens the system's hold. When you focus on what you already have, instead of what you're told you need, you disrupt the cycle of endless consumption. Take time each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. It sounds simple, but it's a radical act in a world designed to make you feel like you're never enough. Now let's talk about fear. Fear is one of the system's strongest tools. It keeps you in line, makes you predictable, and prevents you from taking risks. But fear is just another program. It's not a wall, it's a mirage. When you face your fears, you realize they're smaller than they seemed, and each time you confront fear, you grow stronger. Breaking free also means reconnecting with your intuition, your gut feelings, your inner knowing. These are tools the system can't control. They guide you toward what's true for you, even when the world is pulling you in another direction. The more you listen to your intuition, the clearer it becomes. But let's be clear, breaking free isn't about escaping the world. It's about living in it with awareness. It's about choosing how you engage with the system rather than being controlled by it. You don't have to give up technology, abandon your job, or reject modern life. Instead, you learn to interact with these things on your terms. Interact with the zombies anytime. For example, use your phone as a tool, not a distraction. Turn off notifications that pull your attention away from what matters. Spend time offline to reconnect with yourself and the world around you. On social media, curate your feed to reflect your values and interests, rather than letting algorithms decide what you see. In your relationships, seek genuine connections. The system often encourages shallow interactions and networking over real bonds. Break this pattern by prioritizing authenticity and vulnerability. Build relationships that uplift and support you, not ones based on status or obligation. And finally, remember that breaking free is a journey, not a destination. The system's influence is pervasive, and you won't dismantle it overnight. But with every choice you make, every belief you question, and every pattern you disrupt, you move closer to true freedom. The system wants you to feel powerless, but you're not. You have the ability to think, to choose, and to create. The prison only holds power as long as you believe it's unbreakable. And now you know the truth. It's not. In the end, freedom isn't about escaping the system entirely. It's about becoming conscious within it. It's about reclaiming your power to think for yourself, to live deliberately, and to choose your own path. The prison wants you to think the system entirely. It's about reclaiming your power to think for yourself, to live deliberately, and to choose your own path. So take the first step. Question your routines, reclaim your attention, and start living intentionally. The prison doors have always been open. You just need to walk through them. And once you do, you'll realize the truth. Freedom was never something you had to find. It was within you all along. We've taken a journey together, peeling back the layers of control that shape our world and exploring the invisible prison that keeps so many of us trapped. We've uncovered the patterns, the scripts, and the forces that guide our lives, often without our knowledge. And we've seen that breaking free isn't about tearing down the system, but about reclaiming our awareness and our power. So, where do we go from here? The first step is reflection. Look around at your life. Notice the routines you follow, the beliefs you hold, and the desires that drive you. Ask yourself, how many of these are truly mine? How many have been handed to me by a system designed to keep me asleep? Next, take action. Start small. Change one habit, question one belief, or make one conscious choice each day. These small steps may seem insignificant, but they're incredibly powerful. Each one chips away at the illusion and brings you closer to a life that's truly your own. And don't stop there. Share what you've learned. The more people who wake up to the reality of the system, the weaker its hold becomes. You're not alone in this journey. There are others out there, people who see the same patterns, feel the same cracks in the facade, and are ready to break free. Seek them out, share your experiences, and build a community of awareness. But remember, this journey isn't always easy. The system is designed to resist change. It will try to pull you back into the comfort of routine, the safety of conformity, and the illusion of control. That's why it's so important to stay grounded, to remind yourself why you started this journey, and to keep moving forward. As you do, you'll begin to notice something remarkable. Colors may seem brighter. Time may flow differently. Patterns you once ignored will start to stand out. These aren't coincidences, they're signs that you're becoming aware of the deeper layers of reality. Freedom isn't about escaping to some distant place. It's about seeing the world as it truly is and learning to navigate it with intention. It's about breaking the scripts and writing your own. It's about living in the same system but no longer being controlled by it. And as you step into this new awareness, you'll discover a power you've always had but never realized. The power to create your reality, to choose your path, and to live authentically. This power isn't given to you by anyone else, it's yours. It always has been. So ask yourself, what will you do with this awareness? Will you return to the comfortable patterns of the past, or will you step into the unknown and explore what's truly possible? The choice is yours. If you're ready to keep going, to dive deeper, And to explore the next steps, there's more waiting for you. Practical techniques, tools, and insights that will help you see through the illusion and reclaim your sovereignty. Together, we'll uncover the hidden truths and chart a new course, one where you're the architect of your own reality. Thank you for watching, for questioning, and for taking the first steps toward freedom. Remember, the journey doesn't end here, it's only just beginning. The door is open. Now it's up to you to step through.